Hey everyone, Merch Hunter Ricky back, and it's been a while. I took a little bit of a break from covering Fabricant 100 because chapters 31, 32, and 33 to me were not what I wanted from the series, and I understand that some things can't be perfect, some things can't be amazing every time. But for 30 chapters straight, Fabricant 100 managed to capture me and enthrall me in a way that a lot of manga don't do. And I fell in love with the world, the characters, the dynamic of Ashibi and Fabricant 100. I ended up really liking Kugui and Ayakao. We finally got confirmation of Miss Ayakao's death, and that really bugged me, to be quite honest, because in the next couple chapters they just kind of gloss over it and they're like, look, Kugui's recovering and whatever. Hey, Fabricant 100, how about, here's a book, and it's got the doctor's notes in it. Also, guess what? We know where Fabricant 1's base is. We got it. Case closed. And that is those three chapters. Chapters 32 and 33 kind of have this, like, we're standing in one spot while fighting and talking feel to them, and I hate that. I don't like it. But moving into chapter 34, there is a lot to like about it, and it feels like maybe the series is actually coming to a close. I know that's something I say in nearly every video, like, is this going to last long? Is it not going to last long? But it does seem that Fabricant 100 is finally coming to a close, at least like I think it will by chapter 50. I wanted a little bit more out of the series, but look, if we can get a good ending, then I'll be happy enough, right? I will have achieved covering a full series on this channel minus those last three chapters, but I explained to you why I didn't like them already, so I feel like you guys should be cool with that, right? I apologize in advance if it does offend you that I did not do those chapters and that I plan on never covering those chapters, because I don't think they're worth covering. Like, I don't like 99 at all. Horrible character design, stupid helmet, and why the Todoroki ice powers? Like, I understand the dynamic of fire and ice is like a tale as old as time. Scorpion and Sub-Zero, like, you know, Iceman and Pyro. Just, you know, I mean, like, Sabo and Aokiji one day might fight in One Piece, and I don't want to see that fight either. Like, I'm done with ice and fire being contrasting elements against each other. Like, I don't give a shit about that trope anymore. Like, oh, you're cold, beat my heat. Like, I don't care. I don't want to see it. Get out of my face. I like where chapter 34 chose to go in terms of the way the series is going, with Ashibi no longer being able to heal himself. I found that to be quite refreshing, and Fabricant 100 is just going to have to accept it. And, you know, she lays him down at the end of the chapter, and we get a genuine solemn moment from her. You know, she looks at him straight in his face, and I don't know if 100 or Ashibi is the person that says, I don't feel anything, or I can't feel anything. Either way, it's a pretty good line, because it means that Ashibi can't feel any malice from her, I guess, or 100 feels no rage or no embarrassment or no letdown from no longer having the perfect body to harvest when Ashibi turns 18. Fabricant 100 is seemingly becoming more human regardless. You know, I think in chapter 31 or 32, when she's talking to Ayakao, she explains, like, you know, I'm honestly glad you didn't dodge the sword, because that's what separates Fabricants from humans, isn't it? And I thought that was a very deep line for someone like 100 to just be spewing out willy-nilly. All in all, chapter 34 is bringing the series back and seemingly reining it in and maybe drawing it to a close. If Ashibi can no longer heal, and we're already fighting Fabricant 1, and we just killed Fabricant 99 in the most embarrassing way possible, like, I get these flames are one and done flames. That's cool, that's fine. But, like, why even waste time on Fabricant 99? Like, I don't understand the ice element to it. Give him anything else. Anything else. You know what I mean? I just don't understand. And, like, you know, having combatants introduced, like Min Min, for example, like, I hope she comes back before the series ends and she does something with that super strength, because if not, her spark will have been for literally nothing. Same with Hugo and Luca. Like, show us their sparks, please. You know what I mean? If they can pull a Fabricant versus humans war, like Mort Safe versus Fabricant, that would be interesting. And I hope that maybe that would be how the series closes, with the Mort Safe fighting down those 40 Fabricants. Because, I mean, there's still going to be Fabricants left after that. You know, there's got to be at least 15 left or something. If all 40 of them die, and, you know, from where we were, the Fabric counter was something around 27, maybe 30 at this point. But I think it was around 27. I could be wrong. But, you know, that still leaves a good number of Fabricants out there. And I don't, you know, like, Ashibi coating himself in the flames was cool, but again, fighting against a dude with ice powers, and when he thwacked enough of the ice cubes to create an updraft, I was just like, no. Why? Like, so this guy has Frozone syndrome. Like, you know, there's not enough vapor in the air. I can't create my ice. Like, dude, like, that's in a kid's movie. You know what I mean? It's not interesting. But the part of interest of Ashibi not being able to heal anymore and Fabricant 100 having to cope, I would like to see the fallout from that. I really would. But I have a scared feeling in my heart that next chapter might actually just be the end. 35 chapters seems a little bit succinct for a series that just kind of like knocked out all the main story beats really fast and never really built upon anything, introduced a lot of concepts and never really delivered on a lot of things. Like, I hope, genuinely I hope I'm wrong. I hope that the series doesn't end until chapter 50 or longer. I wish this series the best. I like it. Just because those last 3 chapters didn't do it for me doesn't mean I hate this series. It's not like I would rate those chapters a 0 out of 100. 31, 32, and 33, they would get somewhere along the lines of 50, maybe 60%. But 34 brought it back up to 80. And I like that. And I like that Ashibi has something to lose now, because he could lose his deal with Fabricant 100 and she might just walk over to Fabricant 1 and be like, look, this idiot's useless to me. My bad. Can I join your side? There's a very real chance of that happening. And then maybe the series will go on further. As we saw, Ashibi is no slouch. Working out made him strong enough to punch through solid ice, which is, you know, pretty cool. But at the end of the day, what it really felt like is an ass pull on a series that is closing, unfortunately. And like I said, I like the series. I really did enjoy this last, you know, those first 30 chapters really knocked it out of the park for me. But 31, 32, and 33, like the wrap up of the Carnival of Chaos is what I call it. The fallout of having Kugui injured, and then they're just like, hey, the Mort Safe is under attack by 40 Fabricants, but me and this other guy, we slipped through all those enemies, and guess what? We got Fabricant 1's base. Like, that's, I don't like that, you know? But anyways, all in all, the series isn't bad. I like it. I'm just afraid that it will definitely end soon, especially with this last chapter. If Ashibi can't heal, what does Fabricant 100 need him for? You know? Let me know what you guys think down below. Again, sorry for taking a break off the series. I just kind of had to reassess and re-understand what the series was about. I reread the entire thing, and I do love this series. If it ever gets an English release, I'm copying all the volumes, however many, probably like, what, 4? But anyways, I've been More Turner Ricky. I appreciate you guys for watching, and have a good one.